Welcome back to WAVE3 Listens as we celebrate the 79th anniversary of the drive-in movie theater. We were talking about your experiences at a drive-in. Now, I've been to the Kenwood. We were talking about South Park here locally. And of course, Georgetown, I think, still exists right across the river. And it's a great experience, you know, because the kids can run wild, bring a cooler, get some popcorn, enjoy the outdoors. Make sure you bring mosquito repellent, but it is a good time. John Garber is with me now. And ladies and gentlemen, my female numbers just went up. They tripled. He is the George Clooney of Louisville. John Garber is here with Grade A Auto Parts. And before I go to the phones here real quick, Sean, do you have any memories of the drive-in?
I do. I love the drive-in. Me and my 5 uninvited guests. We went all the time.
Uninvited guests, so would that give you some use for your trunk?
Yeah, it's very inexpensive. 1 ticket, everybody gets in.
Everybody gets in. Didn't they kind of wonder about who goes to the drive-in by themselves? Didn't they ever question that? No?
Well, you know, everybody was by themselves.
That's right. Everybody was. You're right. I was with you.
We all met there.
That's right. There you go. We all did meet there. All right. We're going to talk to John Garber in a second. But let's grab some phone calls real quick. Let's talk to Barbara, who I think, Barbara, are you celebrating the anniversary of the drive-in theater? Hi, Barbara.
Yes, I remember when I was, I don't know, 10 or 12 years old, the lady across the street would pile all the girls in the neighborhood in her station wagon. We'd head out Dixie Highway and go to the Valley Drive-In. And on the way, we'd stop at the McDonald's and get a 25-cent hamburger on the way.
See, the fact that you know all those details, Barbara, tells me that's a good memory for you, is it not?
I also remember, yeah, it was, and I also remember the Dixie Drive-In.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See,
and there's a Kmart there now.
See, I think, you know, due to the cost of real estate and other businesses coming up, and of course big screen televisions, you know, they're almost a thing of the past, almost obsolete, but you can still get that experience at the Georgetown Drive-In. I hope Georgetown loves us because we are plugging the heck out of their business. All right, we'll go back to the phones here in a couple of minutes, more of your phone calls. Sean Garber is with me, and Sean Garber is with Grade A Auto Parts. And this is not your daddy's auto parts. This is not a scrap metal yard. There's much more going on there. And I've asked Sean to come on because, Sean, I think a lot of people, there's ways to save money when it comes to fixing your automobile. And in these tough economic times, I want you to tell me a little bit about that. Why should they consider Grade A Auto Parts?
Well, what we offer, you know, the stereotype of our business is a junkyard. And as you know, by being out there, it's a long way from a junkyard. But really what it offers the consumer is it offers OEM, which is manufactured parts for their vehicles, as opposed to going to an AutoZone or any auto parts store. And we can typically save them between 50 to 60% on any part that they're needing. And with our vast inventory and partners, we can virtually locate any part that they're looking for.
See, and something else I think is fascinating. This place is a finely tuned machine. I mean, you could eat off the floor there at Grade A Auto Parts. Nice people, and so I'm wondering how the process works. Okay, you need an auto part, and something else I want to throw in. There's so much information I want to get out there, though. Is these parts are guaranteed. These aren't parts that aren't going to work. They're going to work for a week. These parts are guaranteed, much like new. Correct?
We have a minimum of 6-month warranty, and obviously there are additional warranties up to 5 years available. So, and most importantly, we have a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. So regardless, you know, we're there to make the customer happy. Obviously, as we discussed, you know, the perception of going to a junkyard and someone giving them something they don't want, that is absolutely not what we do. But the best way to get a hold of us, I mean, you can get a hold of us multiple. You can come out and see us. We're at 7301 Grade Lane. Mm-hmm. You can call us at 368-4040.
There's your information, yes.
Or you can go to our website at gradeaautoparts.com and you can locate parts on there as well. We like to talk to our customers, so we highly recommend that they come and see us or they call us. Some of the parts are technical, so it does require some conversation with our service reps, and we love to do that. We love to provide that service, but it is a great savings to our customers and to the consumer. Like I said, it's manufactured parts at half the price.
Yes, and they're all categorized, so like Sean was saying, if you give Grade A Auto Parts a call and say, here's the part I need, do you have it, you're probably going to get an answer very quickly, correct?
Yeah, they'll be able to locate it on the spot, and they may even be able to diagnose some other issues that they're having that they were unaware of. So,
and 50 to 60% off.
Absolutely.
How many cars do you think you handle per day there at Grade A Auto Parts? Just curious. It's hard to say.
You know, we'll get in. We buy scrap metal, so we take in junk and wrecked vehicles as well. So we'll get in anywhere between 20 to 40 cars a day, and certainly we look at those cars for parts.
Sure.
We look at them for scrap metal. We look at them for a number of different purposes, but all of them are there to obviously satisfy that customer.
That's something else I want to talk about here. We're going to go to the phones, but I want to talk about scrap metal. And I know you're working close with state officials trying to get down that theft. You know, there's a little bad connotation with that, but there's good people who scrap. As we were saying, it may be the second oldest profession in the world, right?
It has to be.
Scrap metal.
It has to be.
You know, but you've got some people, they're very good people that come down there, and that's how they make their living, and they do pretty well with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's really, as far as an economic engine, it's something a lot of people aren't aware of, and they may have items in their home that they could scrap and make some money instead of just letting it sit. We'll talk about that. Let's grab a couple of phone calls here, though, because I had some folks on hold. You're going to help me field these, right?
All right.
My co-host now, Sean Garber, is with me. All right, we've got Robert in Okolona. Robert, are you celebrating the anniversary, the 79th of the drive-in movies? Are you celebrating that today?
Well, I was just watching your program, and actually I wanted to get the phone number for the gentleman with the scrap metal place. I need a mirror, a side view mirror that was knocked off of a Hyundai.
Great.
And I thought I was calling to call the place, but I also went to the drive-in movie. The Preston drive-in movie they asked me about, and I enjoyed it a long time ago.
All right, well, thank you for both of those. Yes, you can give Grade A Auto Parts a call. We'll put that information there. It is on your screen. Be sure to give them a call about any of your needs. Yeah, what a rear view mirror, maybe you need a new carburetor, whatever the case may be, give them a call. We're going to talk about scrap metaling coming back and more of your phone calls. Appreciate your call, Robert. We'll be right back. John Ramsey with Sean Garber on WAVE 3 Listens. Welcome back to WAVE 3 Listens. I am joined by Sean Garber of Grade A Auto Parts. We're talking about the anniversary, the 79th anniversary of the drive-in movie theater. It was in 1933, the first drive-in opened. Some of my memories from drive-in theaters, I remember I took a young lady, I couldn't wait to take her to the movies. and we went to see Star Wars on a drive-in movie theater, and I don't think we saw 1 minute of that movie. Of course, we're just eating popcorn.
What year was that?
Well, we don't want to talk about that. Way back.
1900 what?
1900s,
yeah.
the Stone Age. I guarantee you this, we didn't have cell phones, all this social media. It was a little different, but times are changing. Some things, though, don't you wish that some things just didn't go away, and that would be one of them.
That's what's great about driving. It's like you're secluded.
That's right. It's really something from the past,
Right.
and it brings back fond memories, your parents, etc. Let's grab a couple of them real quick, and I want to talk to you about scrap metaling because I think it is interesting. Let's talk to Sherry in South Louisville. Hi, Sherry.
Hello.
Hi, Sherry. How are you?
I'm fine, and how are you?
I'm doing well. Okay, you went to a drive-in movie theater. What movie did you see? Do you remember?
Oh, yes, I remember. It was Mary Poppins. I will always remember that.
Oh, that was
You forgot to mention there was a Twilight drive-in, too.
There. Thank you very much.
Yeah. My husband and I, we had 3 children real close together. It was more economical to take them to a drive-in.
Okay.
And back in those days, the cars set at a little bit of an incline where put the front seat up higher.
Okay.
So we'd let the children sit up in the front seat, and we would sit in the back seat.
Okay.
Well, this night, we're in the back seat, and we happen to notice the car next to us has 2 couples. Well, I'm hoping I can say this on television.
We're going to find
the 2
out.
couples were getting it on.
Okay.
Well, my husband about broke his neck trying to look over to the other car. Now, mind you, we were watching Mary Poppins. So, but that's not the best part. So, back in those days, you always saw 2 pictures. Well, when the second picture came on, the couples changed partners. My husband about had fit.
All righty then.
Talk about your sloppy seconds.
That's a little different. Okay, you talk about, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang suddenly just wasn't that interesting. Mary Poppins, Dick Van Dyke, I remember. Who else was in that? I'm trying to think of the actress. Andrews. Anyway, okay, thank you for the call. Appreciate it. All right, Sherry, that was interesting. Before we grab another call.
Is she sure that movie was Mary Poppins, not Star Wars?
It might have been. Who knows? But I tell you what, that is a wild story, yeah. With that being said, back to, because I am interested in this, the scrap metaling business. It is received, you admit this, Sean, some bad press.
Yep.
So talk to me a little bit about, I guess it's because, is it the value of copper? Is copper the main culprit?
Well, I think, as commodities have spiked, it has brought, and I've said this time and time again, 98% of the folks, our customers at Scrap, are good, hardworking entrepreneurs, and they have been for a long time. But when the commodities go up, it does attract some people who take things that obviously aren't theirs, and that brings concern, valid concern to the industry. So we have worked diligently with state and local officials to come up with legislation to try to curb that type of theft and encourage the customers that we obviously cater to to be comfortable and come into our facilities.
Yeah, because I've noticed it is state of the art. You actually have a camera there, so you're filming everyone who is selling metal.
Right.
You do work hand in hand with officials.
Yep.
So you're doing your part. Best case scenario, what would you do if you were the leader of the land and you said, okay, scrap metal theft? What would you do? What would you recommend, Sean?
Well, I know there are hard people working on this, but what I would do is once the issue the biggest issue we run into is once we catch the person that has committed the crime, to put them away, prosecute them, not let them out the next day so they can come back and do it again. So those are the kind of penalties that I think need to be enforced.
So the deterrent isn't enough. They're not doing anything.
Well, if you can deter it, if they're allowed to do it again the next day, it becomes a burden on, as I said, the good businesses and the good people who use those services to feed their families, and that's the most important part that we need to protect.
All right, I think your business is fascinating, but I want to get back to the main focus, and that is saving money. Once again, if you need an auto part, I know you service a lot of some of the fine businesses in town. I don't know if you want to mention your clients. With that being said, though, the individual, if you're a guy who works on cars, a gal who works on cars, or if you just need a part and you're going, I'd like to save 50 to 60%, grade A auto parts, right?
Well, the way our business is set up, we can help you both sides. Recycle, bring in recyclables that most people feel don't have a lot of value. We're going to give you money for that, and then take that hard-earned money and go ahead and save money by buying parts for your car. So we try to we try to benefit all the way around. It's a 360-degree cycle that someone can come in and benefit with our organization.
All right. Once again, Sean Garber, Grade A Auto Parts. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Come back, see me.
Thank
All
you
right.
for having me.
We'll be right back.
Appreciate it.
Celebrating the anniversary of the Drive-In Theater. Be right back with Sean on Wave 3 Listens. Welcome back to Wave 3 Listens. Hey, that looks good, doesn't it? That's the amazing grilled cheese bacon thick burger, courtesy of Hardee's. Bacon, melted Swiss and American cheese. If you'd like one, yeah, we'll take care of you. Be the 10th caller at 888-800-9283. And you'll also win coupons for their breakfast wraps. So call right now and you can win courtesy of Hardee's. Sean Garber, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You are my man, Sean Garber. Great ambassador for the city, Grade A Auto Parts, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching Wave 3 Listens. The voice for newsprint. That's how it goes. Face for radio, voice for newsprint. I'll get it. Anyway, where did you get that voice, my man? It's a gift.
I got 3 older brothers, so I had to scream and yell a lot growing up. So I guess it just sunk in.
And you were in radio, weren't you?
I was a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Gave it up. You got smart.
Got smart to come over to WAVE3 today and be palling around with you guys.
And we'll be talking to Pat Stipes, Kentucky State Parks. What's your favorite park? Give me one real quick. Throw it at me.
Lake Barkley.
Lake Barkley. All right, that's his favorite state park. You probably have one as well, and I know you probably have a favorite restaurant, and I bet we are featuring it today because it's about that time. I think it's time for lunch.
Well, hey Ray, what's for lunch? Hey Ray, what's for lunch today?
Hi, John. Today it's Volare.
Volare Ristorante. Volare celebrating their 7th year in business, and if you've been there, you know why they remain open, because it's one of the finest restaurants in all of Louisville. I've got with me now, I've got Chef Josh Moore is here, and Tarek Hamada, who is a proprietor and manager. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, Tarek, if you would, tell me a little bit about what this 7-year anniversary means and how much it means to our viewers as well.
Sure, absolutely. Our 7-year anniversary, it's a way of, it's a celebration and also a way of thanks for the people who's been supporting us for 7 years, and also trying to introduce it for new people to come in and try the Volare experience.
Here we go. Now, Tarek, you were nice enough. We had a little conversation before we went on the air, and we were talking about how great and how rich a restaurant tradition we have here in Louisville. You're from New York, and you told me, I said, so which one do you like, New York or Louisville? And you said?
Louisville.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like to start in New York. It was a good start for me,
Sure.
but when I moved to Louisville 8 years ago, I fell in love. I got promoted. Life is good. I'm happy. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Very good. Very good. Well, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Louisville's
Thank
a
you.
great place to raise adults, and one of the main reasons is the great restaurant scene here. Josh Moore, tell us about what you have offered for Ray Chappelle today.
All right. Well, we're offering all of our appetizers, desserts, wine by the glass, and cocktails for $7 for 7 weeks.
Wow, to celebrate the 7th anniversary. Oh,
absolutely.
7th heaven.
Seventh
Seven heaven of Volare, yeah.
We're celebrating this through September 24th. Still plenty of time to come in and enjoy with us. I brought a couple apps and desserts today just for a sampling. Our eggplant rotellini, it's filled with ricotta cheese,
Wow,
Parmesan.
look how pretty this is. Eggplant.
Our signature Volare tomato sauce, little balsamic reduction, and bruschetta with vine-ripe tomatoes that came out of my garden, with fresh olives, feta cheese, little extra virgin olive oil, and basil. Some desserts.
Wow, look how pretty. I love it. It's all about the presentation.
It is.
isn't
It is.
There we go.
You eat with the eyes first. This is a panna cotta. It's an eggless Italian custard thickened with gelatin. Has fresh berries mashed in a sweet balsamic vinegar. And our signature tiramisu. Ladyfingers soaked in espresso, frangelico mascarpone cream, and garnished with some of our classic pulled sugar work.
All right, Tarek, tell them where you're located, because I think once you've seen this, you've got to taste it for yourself,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. We're on 2300 Frankfurt Avenue.
2300 Frankfurt Avenue.
Frankfurt Avenue, yeah.
In fact, in the heart of Frankfurt Avenue. That's a cool place to hang right now. It's really an
absolutely,
up and coming. And talk about great restaurants. Yours, of course, being the shining star, but there's a lot of great restaurants on Frankfurt Avenue.
Oh,
There
absolutely,
are
yeah.
Great restaurant road.
Once again, Volare, and real quickly now, indigenous veggies. Now's the time to get them, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Tarek. Appreciate it.
very much. Thank
And
you.
Pat is going to tell you what's coming up on Live from 725.
I sure am. Up next on Live from 725 South Floyd, we're going to have a really good conversation with UK head football coach Joker Phillips.
And you're a Cat fan.
I'm a Cat fan, Cards fan, Flyers, Eagles, Colonels, you name it.
You love them all.
I love them all, man.
Thursday, it's time to get back to football. A new NFL season kicks off with a meeting of the past 2 Super Bowl champions. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers take on Drew Brees and the Saints. NFL kickoff, Thursday, 7:30 Eastern on NBC.
If you've ever wondered if your baby's been hitting the gym without your knowledge,
My God, how is it that she's stronger than I am? She's a baby.
we're on your side. We can relate.
We are trying to help you.
Christina Applegate and Will Arnett in the new series Up All Night, coming to Wednesdays on NBC.
Thank you to all our policyholders who rated us highest in customer satisfaction 3 years in a row. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people.
Underwood Parrish and Associates in Jeffersontown is your local independent auto owners agent.
Now that I have Assurance, I can call her doctor.
With Assurance Wireless in your area, you get a free cell phone plus 250 free voice minutes each month.
Now that we have Assurance, we can keep in touch with our grandchildren.
With Assurance Wireless, you get a free phone, 250 free voice minutes, nation.
Ladies love the accents. They love that, man. That's beautiful. I guess I dropped it in.
That's okay, no problem.
Sit down, go behind,
Yeah.
or whatever you want to do is fine.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hello, 1 2 1 2. Okay, we have plenty of time. Just run it up the shirt there.
Okay.
That's 1-800-391-4026 or visit AssuranceWireless.com. Call 1-800-391-4026.